All right, welcome back to another episode of the Open Mic Podcast with me, your host, Tom Hirst, brought to you by Richland Source Newsroom After Hours. Today, I got Rugrat Chuckiee up in the room, and go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us what you do, man.
Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? I'm Rugrat Chuckiee. 24-year-old up-and-coming artist from Mansfield, Ohio. Been doing music since I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Doing shows since I was 13.
Nice.
Knowing a lot of people through the city that has been doing this for a long time. It's definitely became a passion for me. I treat it more as a job now.
Yeah.
Since I've gotten older, since I've turned like 18, 19 years old, I started taking it more seriously.
Yeah.
And that's really like the biggest thing with me is just taking it serious. So
yeah,
that's really about
it, man.
That's really it. I just take it serious. Like it's a job.
Yeah.
It's
Heck
24/7, no days off.
Yeah, right? Dude, that's sick. Yeah, I actually man, I didn't realize how young you were. I thought you were closer to my age. I'm 34. So but I was just talking to Zach. He's a dude who does the Newsroom After Hours shows for Richland Source.
Right.
And we were talking about the first time I saw you. I remember seeing you randomly. I went to this thing at Belcher's that the Cause put on. I don't know if you remember. This was like maybe 3 years ago or something like that. It was like some like hip hop mixer. They had like 13 or so artists on, and they each did a couple songs. I remember we saw it. That was my first time I'd seen you around. Hadn't seen you until like I don't even remember. It was the most recent Newsroom After Hours where they had the huge hip hop night last year.
Yeah. I came through with AP.
Yep.
AP the Kid.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and Mel, GT Sempel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my bros. Like.
Yeah, man, that was a good show. That was a great night.
Yeah, it was a great night. It was a wonderful show. There was a lot of good talent. I seen a lot of things that I liked, and if I was in the mood to sign artists, I probably would have.
right.
But
yeah, man, there's a lot of good talent in Mansfield, man.
Yeah.
Man, as always, Mansfield rules, man. There's a lot of good hip hop, a lot of good artists. Period.
There is, and I think it's very unnoticed.
Yeah, right.
Very unnoticed. It doesn't go noticed a lot.
Yeah,
and it's not really talked about.
Yeah, we get overshadowed by we're such close proximity to some of the huge cities. You know, that I think it gets overshadowed pretty often.
Yeah, definitely. It really does. Compared to the bigger cities, you know, you got Cleveland and Columbus, and we're between both of them, and it gets hard to.
Stand out
for people to see us from there. So that'd be the biggest thing,
right?
And that's another reason why I travel a lot. Yeah, is to get noticed in other cities, because it's about our city, of course, but we can't always, as artists, you can't expect it to be 24/7 to get noticed from here. Yeah, because we don't really have that many outlets. Yeah. And with us not having that many outlets, you have to go to the bigger cities to get noticed. Right. And so that's what, like, on our team, we are big on going to other places, doing shows in other places, but also doing shows here. Yeah. And that's why a lot of times I'm either not available, or I'm busy, or I'm out of state. And if I am in town, I'm down to always work. Sometimes I charge a fee. Yeah. But now, like, if anybody listens to this and they want me to do a show here, I'm doing shows here in Mansfield completely free. Nice. Free of charge. If it's out of town and they hear this, there is a booking fee. Yeah. And I have to be strict on that. I got a family to feed just like everybody else. Right. So that's like my biggest thing. Absolutely, man. Dude, that's sick. What so yeah, you said you've been traveling a lot, playing shows. What are some of your favorite areas around Ohio that you've been hitting? Because like I don't know to preface. My world is like metal. That world, that's where I came up in, but like hip hop wise, I just know locally, I don't even know like what the scene's like in other areas of Ohio. Hip hop wise, I mean, honestly, the best places to make sure that you touch is Fostoria. Okay, that is a big one. They usually I think it's called the Outpost. Okay, it's called the Outpost there. That's a big one. They get a lot of big artists there. That's cool. Cleveland, a lot of places like the Grog Shop. Yeah. There's a bunch of places. The House of Blues. Like, there's so many different places. you also got Columbus. Columbus is another big one to touch.
Yeah.
Scully's. If you get on, there's this thing, it's like, I forget what it's called, but there's like this app, and you can get Scully's to book you a show.
Yeah.
And they'll book you a show, and you just got to sell the tickets.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And as long as you sell the tickets, you can have a show there.
Okay.
And you can put on your own, you can put on your own show.
Yeah.
Akron is a big one.
Yeah.
Akron is really good for throwing shows. They have so many different artists there as well that people doesn't really notice.
Yeah.
And they do good shows there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like Akron. Akron's a great city.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Akron was like one of the first places I had a sold-out show in.
Yeah.
It was very lit.
Yeah,
it was very lit. It was very packed. It was very lit.
That's awesome.
It was a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Cleveland had the Odeon open a few years ago. We did a show with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay.
And,
classic.
Yeah, classic. Definitely is a classic. And it's nice to rub shoulders with them and meet them.
Yeah,
like I got personal contacts to them.
That's cool.
I got personal contacts to their kids.
Yeah.
Like Busy Bone's son, personal contact.
That's sick.
Like, we did a show at the Odeon with Bone Thugs, and then we did another show at the Odeon with YSN Flow.
Okay.
And YSN Flow, I don't know if you've heard of him or not.
No, I'm not familiar.
Excuse me. He's another big artist.
Yeah.
He's around, and he's in his 20s, early 20s, and he is a dope artist.
Yeah.
He's super dope. He's been popping since he was 16 years old.
Yeah.
And he's been making his mark in the industry.
That's cool.
And recently, I heard there's been rumors of him signing a deal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he's from the Cleveland, Akron area.
Okay.
So he's from up north.
That's cool.
He is popping.
Yeah.
He is definitely popping, for sure. But it's
I'll have to check his stuff out then after that.
Yeah, that's great things to work with, great people to work with. And
yeah, it's exciting when people that you're able to do shows with and interact with on that kind of a level starts like getting elevated. It feels like everybody kind of rises up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It feels like you're elevating, you're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
He has a song. Am I allowed to cuss on here?
Yeah,
I didn't know if I was allowed.
No, I appreciate you.
He got a song called Kick Shit with Bebe Savo.
Okay.
And, I recently just did a song with Bebe Savo. We was in the studio working.
That's it.
It's always dope. That song has millions of streams.
Nice.
On all platforms.
Yeah.
Like, literally all platforms, millions of streams.
That's sick. That's so sick.
It's been it's been a ride.
Heck yeah, I bet.
It's been a ride.
I bet, man. That's real fun, man. So like what kind of genre of hip hop would you say that you kind of primarily like take influence with, or that you like to really pursue or write? I don't know. Lately there's been all the different hip hop artists and different artists that I've had on. Everybody talks about like they kind of just make whatever they want it whenever now. It kind of seems like there's nobody that is like really genre defined as much as it used to.
Yeah, I'm really not too much genre defined. I mean, one of my favorites is trap music.
Yeah.
I do like trap music a lot, so that hardcore hip hop stuff is really what I like a lot.
Yeah.
But also I've been getting into doing more like softer songs.
Okay.
So I do have a song coming out here soon.
With
Sean Kingston.
Okay.
And it is a softer song.
Heck yeah. And naturally with Sean Kingston.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's sick.
It's a club it's a club song.
Yeah.
And it's going to be dope.
Dude, heck yeah.
I have a release set, and we're gonna be doing a release party, and we're just still getting everything in order for that to release as well.
Okay.
And just like the song with Bebe Savo, it's a softer song, so it's more like a R&B.
Okay. Yeah.
And
interesting.
I've been trying to mix myself up and
getting into your R&B arc of life. Yeah.
Just like
heck
I got to do something different. It's like you know, you never know what song it could be. That song, or it could be another song. All it takes is one song.
Right.
Until you're signed for millions. And
right.
That's the biggest goal. You got to treat if you treat the bigger labels like a bank.
Yeah.
You know, you go get a car loan, a house loan. Yeah. It's just like that. When the bank signed you, you got to pay it back. The only way to pay it back is to make money. And when you make money, you pay the bank back. And it's just like that.
Right.
They sign you for a certain amount. You treat that label as if they're a bank, and you make sure they get their payment and you get yours. And you keep pushing forward.
Right. Yeah, it really really determines what you do with that money after that, where you take it, and what kind of marketing, what kind of push you have behind
positively.
it.
That's the biggest thing is what is your plans. If you don't have a game plan, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the biggest thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was like game plan really that is so important, so crucial that people don't think about it. Like if you just kind of stabbing in the dark, but if you can actually have something that's like concrete, figured out, long term, like that you can look and like, okay, this is the next step I do. How do I make that next step as efficient as possible and as effective as possible?
Yeah, and I'm a big firm believer in consistency is key.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't been as consistent as I want to be.
For sure.
And that's somewhere that I do lack. I mean, I do lack consistency with dropping and releasing, but it's all for a good reason.
Yeah.
I want all my rollouts to be one after another. So if I'm not dropping, I don't want nobody to think I'm not working, because I'm definitely working. I'm always working on something new. I'm working on the next project. I'm working on the next video, and the video might not get released till next year. And that's the biggest thing. We might have 50 videos that are released in the next 2 years, but the thing about it is we're holding them back in the vault, keeping on to that product. So then we know the right time to start dropping it. And that's our biggest thing right now, is that's what I'm focused on, is we're just focusing on getting the material that we need. So then when it's time to start releasing, we start releasing. And that's the biggest thing. I'm working on another volume right now.
Nice.
Another mixtape coming very soon. Very soon. It's going to be Ohio Tales Volume 2. And I released Volume 1 probably, I forget how long it was ago, but it was probably like 8 or 9 months ago, almost a year. But it's done some good numbers. It's done really good numbers. So I've released some videos on top of it with it to go with it. And that's our next plan, is to put out another tape. And I'll also be featured on a couple other tapes in the city. There's some other tapes that will be coming out. And I will be featured on them as well. So it's really just a focusing thing. I'm focusing on a lot of stuff, and I'm still working. There's still a lot of work that needs done.
Absolutely. No, it's nice. It kind of seems like nowadays it's more like quantity over quality, with stuff. But it sounds like you guys are trying to really hit that quality over quantity approach and really be effective with that. And it's refreshing to hear.
That's the biggest thing. We want our quality to be good, but we also want the quantity to be good. We don't want to release, and it doesn't sound any good. And the videos ain't that good. We want to make sure that everything is on point. Because if everything's on point, we'll get the right attention that we want, and we'll bring the right attention to Mansfield. And it could be anybody in Mansfield that gets that attention. It doesn't necessarily have to be me that gets signed. It doesn't have to be AP. It doesn't have to be Simpel. It doesn't have to be anybody. It could be anybody that we don't know. And that's just going to open up the door. As soon as that door is open, you got to break it down. You got to go flying through the door. The door's only going to stay open for so long. And that's what you do. They're going to rebuild it. Once you break a door down, they rebuild it. So once they rebuild the door, they put that new door frame in. They put the new locks on that door. That door's closed. And then you got to wait for the next chance, and you might have missed your chance. So that's why I'm keeping everything in the vault and just the right time. As soon as I know it's the right time, I'm going to release like crazy.
That's sick. I look forward to that. Definitely. I think that really makes a lot of sense, and I think it's a good way of looking at it, because like you were saying, like really anybody getting some level of recognition is going to open that door for everybody to kind of come through if they want to come through. If they're recognizing it.
Definitely.
That's cool. That's really cool, man. That's exciting. So
it's a lot of stuff, man.
Right. So what when you're working on new music and things like that, you said you're hitting a little more on the R&B. Is it kind of just like whatever you're feeling with as far as writing process goes for like what you're talking about, what you're rapping about, or do you kind of have an overall concept that you're trying to push in general? If that makes sense.
It makes sense. Really, it's just like we go with feelings. We'll start off with feelings, but also it's just the creativity part. See what you can put together.
Yeah.
And freestyle. That's where it comes from. It's freestyling.
Yeah, so a lot of your stuff is more off the cuff as opposed to pre-written type stuff that you tend to...
I write, and that's the biggest thing with me. I'm a firm believer in freestyling. Once you listen to a beat for so long, and then if you don't like the beat, you go to the next beat and you freestyle. Different flows every time.
Yeah.
Every time you start a new freestyle, different flows.
Yeah.
If you mess up, then start with the different flow until you find the one that fits.
Yeah.
And when you find the one that fits, I'll sit down and I'll probably write. You'll get 8 bars out of me.
Okay.
And that'll be the freestyle part.
Yeah.
And I'll take them 8 bars and I'll write them down on my phone.
Okay.
And then I'll go from there. And I won't say another word until my part's done.
Okay.
So if I'm writing 12 bars, then I'm writing 12 bars. But if I'm writing a whole song, then I'm gonna start with them 8 bars that I felt like was the hardest ones.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
That's cool. That's interesting.
Finish writing.
Yeah.
And then once it's done, I'll be like, all right, I'm ready.
Yeah. That's cool.
And then hop in and record it.
Yeah. I like that. I like that approach. That's a really nice hybrid. I think that sounds like a really effective hybrid.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's super effective. I mean, I've never had no problems with it, and there's been some other people in the city that are up and coming artists as well.
Bless you.
Thank you. Excuse me. There's some other artists that are up and coming artists, and let's say that they're not ready to start releasing yet.
Yeah.
And nobody's heard of them yet.
Yeah.
And I'm very close with them. And an effective way is that I just said is to freestyle, and that's how I showed them. At first he didn't know how to write his music, nothing like that. And I'm not even gonna say his name, but he didn't know how to write his music. He was writing it wrong, as I believe. Anybody can write how they want, but I always put a lot of space in between my lyrics. I write four lines, 3-4 lines, and then I'll put a space in between it and then drop it right down, so then when you're reading it, it just flows real nicely. You see the gap, you see where you started off at. If you want to add any punchlines in the middle, you can. And that's the biggest thing, is just like I've showed a lot of people that, and it's been super effective for them. No, that makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. I've never heard anybody put their writing process like that. It really resonates. And I notice you tend to do a thing where you repeat the end of a line often, and I was trying to figure out if it seemed like it was kind of mostly just whenever you feel like a line is something that's really impactful that you really re-emphasize. Is it like, or is there any rhyme or reason to it, or is it just something that you developed and just kind of your thing? It's something that I developed, but I also feel like it's also something that I want them to hear. I want them to think like, oh, what did he just say? I say it again, and then they'd be like, did he say that? And then they'll go back and listen to the song again. Okay. And they'll listen through it completely, and they'll be like, oh, he did say that. That sounds nice, or I like that bar, or them bars right there was hard. And it's just something I developed, and sometimes I don't. But also I feel like it's very melodic to do so. Because if you're making a song and sometimes you might lose words to say, it'll help you break that writer's block. If you repeat the line again, you might repeat it twice. But also a lot of times, sometimes I might repeat 1 or 2 bars that are in there just to keep going. And just to make it sound better. And to me, it's all about the sound and what's being said. And I always try to make sure a lot of things that I say rhyme or make sense. And if I can make it make sense and rhyme at the same time, we got a good combo.
It's a winning combination right there.
For sure.
That's cool. Interesting. Yeah, I dig it. I'm excited to hear your new stuff. Especially with everything, all the forethought you've been putting into it. Like, with this new up and coming EP that you're wanting to put out, you're working on. What do you think as far as like where you're feeling right now? Do you think you're gonna keep going in that R&B direction with it, or are you gonna keep a lot more of like your bread and butter and sprinkle it in?
I think honestly, I'm gonna keep it bread and butter and sprinkle it in, and I'm just gonna do a mix of it all. And that's my biggest thing. I like to keep it mixed sometimes, and sometimes I have mixed emotions and mixed feelings about things. So I think it'd be best just for me to keep mixing it in and not really focus all the way on R&B music because it hasn't gotten me. I mean, it's gotten me the attraction that I want, but it's not giving me the attraction that I really need. And honestly, I'll be even more honest. All these people around here want to hear is trap music. That's it. That's all they want to hear. Even the girls ride around bumping it. And that's
it really has like taken off in the last few years. That, and then what is that, drill as well, like that.
And that's another thing with me. I do like a trap / drill music.
And
that's like my big go-to is usually like a trap / drill music.
I was thinking it would be interesting because the drill is usually like beat-wise, it's usually that more up tempo, like almost like dance, but not kind of. I was thinking it'd be interesting to hear you on more of that like traditional of a drill beat, like that type of stuff.
Actually, I got one. I mean, if you want me to show you, I got a visual I can show you while we're sitting right here. And I don't care if it plays. It's not released yet, but I'll show you. And it is, it's different.
That's what I was thinking. Your approach just to the way you write and stuff, I thought it would be interesting.
It's a lot different. You can go ahead and watch that and press play, man.
Okay.
And they can hear it. This dropped on my last tape too, so this is like a drill song.
Grab the switch and grab the chop, it's time to take a trip. And if you run, best believe we got a lace and shit. I'm in the hood, ducking Jakes, I can't fuck the 12.
And if they catch me in this bitch, I bet I go to jail.
I got the bag for the road, we send it through the mail. I got my nigga out in Cali, he is in a bail.
Heck yeah. Dude. That's sick.
So it's more like a up tempo, you know what I mean? It's more like a
when you I usually have a couple songs, a couple tracks play during the episodes. So you'll have to send me that and whatever else you want to play, if you want to release or not release. I don't know, whatever you're feeling. But we could play it on the episode. We'll put it in post.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely send it to you and definitely put it in post.
That's sick though. That's on the volume 1, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the song that stuck out the most to me on that entire. I listened to it at work this past week. As,
it's
not supposed to be listening to music, but I listen to music. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? That is the truth,
right?
Honestly, the song was inspired by Skilla Baby. And,
not familiar.
Not familiar. He's a Detroit rapper. He's super famous.
Okay.
And he's super popping.
Yeah.
And he's been popping. He will actually be here in July. So
word.
Anybody that is hearing this, listening to us now, he will be at pregame on Park Ave in July.
Snap.
And it will be popping.
I was gonna say, if that's gonna be sick.
Everybody come out. He has millions and millions and millions and millions of streams. He is popping. Him and Sada Baby done some things. Sada Baby was here not that long ago at pregame.
Not familiar either. I don't know any new rap artists. Honestly, I'm bad.
They're from Detroit, so they've been around for a while now.
That's
a few years. Sada Baby's been out for a long time. I used to listen to him when I was like 14, 15 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so he's been out for a long time. Skilla Baby, he's just emerged probably. He's probably been rapping for a long time, but he just emerged to like a mainstream artist within the past, I'd say 4 or 5 years. And that's when he got popping and really came out and did his thing. But the song was I embraced it, and the idea of the song came from him. And it was just something of like listening to his music and the type of music that he does, and I was like, man, if I make this song, it sounds great to have him on it. Hopefully one day that's gonna happen.
Do a remix and have him on it.
I do got some things lined up. Like I said, I'm one of the people that knows he's coming here in July, so
heck yeah.
I don't want to release no details, but there might be some video shoots going on within the city here soon, and with a big artist like that is is gonna really open up doors. It's really gonna open up outlets.
Heck yeah, man. That's sick. That's gonna be real cool.
Yeah, it's a big thing for me. So if anybody is hearing this in July, Skilla Baby pregame bar. I forget the date, but if you guys look up pregame bar on Facebook, you will find where they said Skilla Baby is coming in July.
Heck yeah.
And it's going to be a movie.
Sick, dude. Heck yeah. I'll have to come out for that.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll be fun, man.
Definitely. It's definitely going to be fun. It's definitely going to be lit. Good time.
Yeah.
Good vibes. It's always a good vibe when I'm at pregame.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Yeah, the Cause are doing some good stuff with that, I hear.
Yeah, the Cause too. And
yeah, right.
they got some stuff coming up. I think they got a show coming up here soon at the Mothership.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I think it's this month on the 30th.
Oh man, I need to start paying attention better on social media.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm the same way.
Right? It's like I don't know anything's happening, and supposedly I do stuff about Mansfield. So
yeah, I usually find out the stuff from Facebook, and I don't really the Skillet Baby thing. I'm in cahoots with the owner and stuff like that. So
for sure,
I know more about that. But the Cause I seen, they had their thing going on Facebook, and I don't really post on there much or nothing like that. I just be on there scrolling through the feed. That's literally about it. I don't post a lot on there. I try to stay off of Facebook like that. IG is more my thing. I post more on my story than I do on my actual account.
Yeah, I find like Instagram's like way better for artists, like music artists in general these days. Like it's just so much easier to interact with people that way.
Yeah, it is, and that's the big thing with me is anybody ever wants to contact me, they can contact me on Instagram. I might have some DMs, but I'll see it eventually. I got a setting to where I can separate like my primary DMs and business DMs and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and it just separates it for me, so then I can click back and forth from each DM and be able to see what's what.
Yeah. Dude, that's it.
Why add pressure if it's gon' break? Niggas in the hood say never been for the break. Ay. Why add pressure if it's gon' break? Niggas in the hood say never been for the break. Ay. I heard niggas dropping dimes like I left crumbs on they plate. If you starving then you late, you can't get this dinner plate. If you starving then you late, you can't get this dinner plate. My brother said he won't mention his brother inside a post until he get his get back. Won't make no shirt until he send that pussy home inside a gift wrap. See that brick, I need that. I got some geeks that relapse. In them boats we smoke that. I put them on like this, your six-pack nigga, where that dough at? Just give me your ID and your social, we can run it right back. Niggas beefing on the internet, I never write back. These 762-556s, nigga, you can't fight that. These 762-556s, nigga, you can't fight that. Why add pressure if it's gon' break? Niggas in the hood say never been for the break. Ay. Why add pressure if it's gon' break? Niggas in the hood say never been for the break. Ay. If he hide, then we gon' see body. Pull up like what's up, he said that he bought it. Put a 2 on everyone and made it shake. Like GC said, my best advice to change your life, a brick of fentanyl. I was fucking this little thought it wouldn't hit, and I took the Jimmy off. LA said if he came back great, he fake. I had one more buck on my plate. It was me and bro and we was in the store and both us got 50 cent case. A bitch can't tell me she late. The condoms I use don't break. Ay. Slow motion, better than no motion. Nigga, pick your role. I ain't have a choice. Growing up, I had to pick my role. Pops was selling drugs. Mom was in the back, she doing coke. Pops fell off and now he doing both, bitch. Why add pressure if it's gon' break? Niggas in the hood say never been for the break. Ay. Why add pressure if it's gon' break? Niggas in the hood say never been for the break. Ay. Why add pressure if it's gon' break? Niggas in the hood say never been for the break. Gang. Shut. Bitch.
Yeah, man. That so you said Sean Kingston. So you gotta. I don't know how much you can talk about that yet, but that's interesting. How'd you meet up with him?
It wasn't really like so much of a meetup. It was more of like talking to certain people that had the connection for me.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that makes sense. They sent over an artist agreement contract. Well, I sent over an artist agreement contract. They signed off on it. I signed it as well. And the agreement contract is just basically stating that I own the rights to the song. Okay. And I won't have to worry about getting sued later on. Yeah. And that is the big thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, them royalties, man.
The royalties. You want to make sure that you're getting paid for what you're doing.
Yeah, right.
But I won't say exactly how much it cost me, but it did. It cost. It definitely was. It cost to do it, but I think it's gonna pay off. I mean, honestly, and even if it doesn't, it will eventually, and that's the big thing for me. Right. There won't be a video. Okay. Honestly, it will probably just be the audio, but I will try to do some like visualizer thing. Like more like a cartoonist visualizer for it as well. So then you can say it is a video then.
Yeah. Kind of like almost like a lyric video type, but like not a little bit more than that.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit more than a lyric video, but it will have the lyrics in it as well.
That's it.
I'm still coming up with ideas, creating ideas in my head of how I could make it work, and I wanted to be more cartoonish, and also because that's something I've never done yet is like a cartoon video.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like a good visualizer. I'm trying to find the right person to do such. So if somebody listens to this and they do visualizers, contact me and let me see your work. I need it done ASAP, man.
Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, that kind of feels like it would be on brand with you, like doing that kind of type of feel with it. It would be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Summertime, I say like summertime, I'm wanting to drop this. I'm wanting to get it out there this summer. So I want to get it out there just right in time for the summertime, so I can have Mansfield in a chokehold for the summer.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. Oh man, that would be sick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If anybody does graphic design or anything like that, hit them up, man. Hit them up. We got to get this out of here.
Yes, sir. Definitely need to do that. It needs to come out of the vault ASAP.
Right?
ASAP. I could even, I'm not opposed to like playing a quarter of the song for you. Like, I'm not opposed to opening it up a little bit.
All right.
The vault is definitely
it's not completely sealed.
Yeah, it's not completely sealed. It's cracked open right now.
Yeah.
Somebody's been cracking the safe at home. I've been getting told.
She just wanna get high, late night chillin' with her friends by the poolside. She just wanna get high, late night chillin' with her friends by the poolside. See, mommy, come a little closer, hold those checks, one step closer. See, mommy, come a little closer, hold those checks, one step closer. She just wanna get high, late night chillin' with her friends by the poolside. She just wanna get high, late night chillin' with her friends by the poolside.
Sick, man.
Yeah,
that sounds real good.
The next part is what's not uncovered. So you know what I mean, I don't want to uncover that.
Right.
I recorded like a little snippet of it and posted it on social media. I posted on my Facebook. I don't know, probably 8 months ago, and it got a lot of attraction. I mean, there was like 8,000 views or something like that. And I just didn't really want to post no more of it. I mean, I posted on my story on Instagram, and that part that I just showed there was the same part that was posted.
Okay.
So I mean, the vault's open, but it's not open all the way. Like
nothing.
I said, it's cracked.
Nothing's walking out yet. Just looking on the inside.
Yeah, I can't let it walk out, because if I let it walk out and somebody else hears it, then they might try to take it. But all my stuff is completely. Everything's paperwork wise we're completely legit. Everything's legit. Nobody can steal any songs from me. I make sure I get all of that stuff done. Sound Exchange, so many other platforms you can do this on. Just Sound Exchange is just one of them. So I make sure I send all of my lyrics and all of my information over to Sound Exchange, all of my artist agreements, everything like that. Sound Exchange is just one. There's so many more that you could use, and I make sure I hit up all of them. That's the big thing with me.
Is it like they do like copyright type stuff through Sound Exchange, and they just
they basically help you copyright your music.
That's cool.
So then nobody can ever steal it. Nobody can steal your name. Nobody can steal any song, you know what I mean? And if they use it in something, you obviously get paid for it. And that's the biggest thing, is making sure that them restrictions are there. If them restrictions aren't in place, it's easy for somebody else to grab it and take it.
Yeah, that's true. Right, it really is, especially with AI now. And steal anything.
I learned that when I was like 13 years old. Is to start doing that. Is like when I first started making music. I don't know if you're aware of who Dottie Line is. So he was a big influence to me when I was 13.
Okay.
He took me in the studio and started showing me how to do it. like how to really record music.
Oh, that's really cool.
And I've never been to an actual big studio, and so that was like another thing. Like we had like a storefront, and we had a studio there. Yeah, it was an average studio, but I've never been to a multi-million-dollar studio. I've only been to like, you know, just regular studios. Right. Almost like a setup like we have now, but this setup is a lot better. Yeah. Honestly. This setup's a lot better, but we had a Mac in there. We had a separate room to where we would record at and go inside the booth and record, and it was good vibes, and he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him for showing me them things. That's amazing. And as I got older, it was just we didn't really necessarily grow apart, and there's no bad blood. It's just I had to focus on myself. I have to focus on myself and focus on who I want to become. I can't hide in the shadows. And if I'm hiding in the shadows, I'm never going to be or live up to my greatest potential. And that's the biggest thing for me. I want to be the best I can be. I want to be who I want to be. I don't want to be who someone else wants me to be. Not necessarily saying he wants me to be somebody else, but just saying like in general, I want to be me. And I also want to live up to my greatest potential, because I know I have more potential than I have put out there now. And there's a lot more stuff that I need to learn. I know a lot of stuff now, but there's still so much more to learn. I'm always down for the learning experience, and that's the biggest thing with me. I'm always willing to learn. Quick learner. I catch on quick. And that's what I focus on now, is just being me, doing the best that I can, and making every day count. That's sick, man. That's cool. I like it. I really like it. That's a good way to live. It's a good way to live. Really is. Yeah, heck yeah, man. Dude, that rules.
Still riding in Fords, still riding in Buicks. We been in black since the shots at your shooter. We been in black since the shots at your shooter. We been in black since the shots at your shooter. Hopping out Chevys and getting right to it. They hopping out Chevys and getting right to it. 5.56 is gon' blow off a limb. 7.62 is gon' flip that little whip. Switches attachments, they come with the grips. Switches attachments, they come with the grips. Young and so reckless, just shiesty as giz. Young and so reckless, just shiesty as giz. Can't wait till the summer. I'm coming 07 by Chevy. For all the times that I scoffed. Wintertime used to be worse than the summer. And give out my number, I'm still doing numbers. Started with a quarter, then I watched that shit double. Shout out to Gucci, these niggas in trouble. They put a line inside of the jungle. They put a line inside of the jungle. I'm from Ohio where niggas don't make it out. Niggas get scared and start looking for safer routes. Niggas get scared and start looking for safer routes. I'm in the trenches with roaches and sewer rats. You niggas ain't like that. You niggas ain't cut like that. I see your face and I know that you envy. Why would you play and pretend if you know you against? Why would you play and pretend if you know you against? Spin a block in a Buick. Hopping out Chevys and getting right to it. Spin a block in a rental. Hopping out Chevys and getting right to it. Spin a block in a rental. Hopping out Chevys and getting right to it. Spin a block in a rental. Hopping out Chevys and getting right to it. Spin a blocks with no mags. Hopping out Chevys, no tags. Hopping out Chevys, no tags. You ain't got no tags, Hopping out Chevys, no tags. Spinning blocks with no mags. Spinning blocks with no mags. Know some killers don't play where you lay at. Know some niggas that'll creep where you stay at. Got a 45 wheel, blow his face back. Got a 45 wheel, blow his face back. 50s and drums, I run with them sticks. My niggas killers, we stay with them clips. We're killers, move silence and they never say shit. If he run up, then he catching a face like Still riding in Fords, still riding in Buicks. We been in black since the shots at your shooter. We been in black since the shots at your shooter. We been in black since the shots at your shooter. Hopping out Chevys and getting right to it. They hopping out Chevys and getting right to it. 5.56 is gon' blow off a limb. 7.62 is gon' flip that little whip.
So anything else you got going on you want to shout out?
There's not really much going on, you know. After the car accident.
I was gonna say, besides that car accident.
I'm really going through it right now, man.
Slung up right now. Sling in hand.
And I also gotta go through like orthopedics and all sorts of stuff. Neck still hurting, back hurting. Everything, man. I just gotta go get that taken care of and just take it easy. Honestly, I can't do no traveling.
Yeah.
So I will be in town for a while, and shows are probably a no-go for me for a few months.
Yeah.
And it sucks to say that because that's where my money comes from.
Yeah.
And that's just something the insurance company's gonna have to figure out.
Yeah, right. They're gonna have to figure that one out.
They're definitely gonna have to figure that one out because I'm missing some money right now.
Yeah, right.
I'm missing some money.
Yeah.
And I got a family to feed, so that's the biggest thing for me, man.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of pain, man.
Yeah.
I'm going through it. That's the only thing. There isn't really much going on right now, and it's all right, you know.
Yeah.
And I got to take it slow. It's just the man upstairs telling me to slow it down a bit.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Get hit by a car, you kind of have to. You know?
Yeah, literally. You know, I was so sick when it happened. So it's a tragic moment. So it's all right. And, you know, things happen, and I'm glad to be here.
Heck yeah, man.
I'm glad to be here.
Right.
Glad to
Thankfully,
be talking to you.
it wasn't much worse. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm glad to still be breathing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's really about it. You know?
That's sick. Well, that's sick that you're not worse off. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but, like, you know, yeah. It is sick. It ain't sick that I got hit by a car, but it's sick that I'm still able to be here. And like I said, I didn't want to cancel on you. Make sure I showed up. Man.
I appreciate it. I was stoked that we could do this.
Yeah, even
absolutely.
in pain, you guys know, anybody's listening, if you're doing what I do or you're doing what he does, if you're doing anything out here, man, you need to go and get that bag.
Yeah.
And every day counts. You can't take no days off, even if you're in pain. It doesn't matter. You won't reach that goal unless you work. And you can slow down and work it all. Work. You can slow down and work all you want. It doesn't matter about slowing down. You just gotta slow down.
Yeah.
Work, but slow down.
Yeah.
Take it easy. And that's the biggest thing that I'm doing right now in this moment. After these past few days of tragic events is slowing down.
Yeah.
Taking it easy, taking a breather, realizing what's next, realizing what I need to get done, and be in the studio more often.
Heck yeah.
Definitely be in the studio making more music because I got nothing but time right now.
Right. Yeah. Putting out full like 20-song albums.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely one of them things.
Yeah, right.
I haven't really made a whole album yet, but I'm working on one. I'm working on one of them as well, as well as my tape. Tape will be released first. They can probably expect the album later on this year, closer to the end of the year.
Nice.
And if it don't come out close to the end of the year, that's because I was working. And I'm focusing on putting it together. I want it to be a perfect masterpiece.
Yeah.
And it might come out at the beginning next year, but no later than the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
So that will be with a full, complete album, probably about 20 songs. And it will be pretty dope with a lot of big name features.
Heck yeah.
And that is the goal as of right now. Volume 2 Ohio Tales will be released no later than August.
Okay.
So these next few months are going to be super tragic, and we're going to get that music put out there, and we'll start it off with Sean Kingston, you know. That Sean Kingston feature will be releasing very soon.
Heck yeah.
And that's what
it's going to be a big summer for you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And, that's the biggest thing with me. I've a lot of people think I'm not consistent. A lot of people think that I don't know how to say this. Sometimes a lot of these shows and stuff that people put on, I feel like they put me on the back burner, and they feel like either it doesn't match up to what they're looking for, or they're just not ready to hear what I have to say. Yeah. And my best bet to them is to start booking now. Yeah. Because if they don't start booking now, it's only free for so long. And that's for here. I love this city. I'm born and raised here. I've lived most of my life here. I've lived in other places too. Yeah. But I want to give back as much as possible. And as of now, I'm doing free stuff for everybody here that I can. Free features for local artists, free show bookings, and that comes with my promotion. Yeah. I'm doing promo. They literally can get free promo out of my Instagram page, free promo off the Facebook page, free drops of me telling people to come to their place and do this event, or I'm going to be at this event. Anything that they want me to do. I'm down to do kids' birthday parties if the kids want to come, if the kids want to see me, you know.
Heck yeah.
I'm down to do all of that. I'm down to do pop-ups. I can do walkthroughs. I mean, all of that. And it's only going to, like I said, it's only going to be free for so long, because after I start get rolling on all of this is I'm going to start charging again. And it's back on the road. It's back to doing shows. It's back to doing what I do best and getting some money. I mean, I'm not money hungry. I'm just focused on the money. I mean, the reason being is I got a family to feed. And I got a little daughter. She just turned 2. So,
congrats.
Appreciate that. But that's my main goal is just focusing on my career, and the only way to keep my career going is by people showing support with booking me. And once I start charging that fee, the price goes up. Once I start releasing all this stuff with these big name features and stuff like that, the price is going to go up, the price is going to drop. So my best bet to them is just to, book now. Really, book me now. And if they want to find me on IG, it's Rugrat_Chuckiee. That's IEE. They can find me on all platforms as well too, so it's not hard to really find me. I do have the Mansfield or something cipher coming up out at the fairgrounds. I forget exactly what it is.
I did see something about that.
I will be there performing as well. So I will be there performing.
That's right. I need to find out what date that is.
I think I'll tell you one second.
Because they're having like quite a few hip hop artists out at the.
There's gonna be a lot of people out there. Ryan James is the one putting it on. And it is going to be the Mansfield Cypher City Hip Hop Festival.
Nice.
And it will be July 26th. And it will be from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Richland County Fairgrounds. For anybody that doesn't know the address, that's 750 North Home Road, Mansfield, Ohio, 44906. There will be food vendors there. There will be a lot of different vendors there as well. It is sponsored by M&B Development, Ohio Premier Distributing, my bad, and Brawl Energy. David Faculty, City Council at Large, and Upno Music and Media. And I will be in the building along with some other great artists. AP the Kid will be there. GMT Simpel will be there. Oh, there will be a lot of us there. It will be a time to remember, and we are going to start doing the promo very soon. You will be seeing the promo. I'm more like a person that does promo 2 months in advance. If they want promo done before, I can do that as well. But any show I get booked on, I usually do my promo 2 months in advance. And that's the biggest thing for me. I want as many people to come out. And I've had good process. I mean, I've opened up at a bar here in town locally, and I packed it out within an hour of opening time, and it was their grand opening. So but
that's sick.
That was the biggest thing, man. It's just promo.
It makes sense.
Promo and marketing, man.
If you're not telling people, somehow they're not gonna know. They're not gonna know at all, man. I'll go around handing out flyers, hand-to-hand contact, and letting people know. I'm not worried about the coronavirus. I don't think it lives here anymore. It's long gone now. It's down the road.
Yes it is.
Heck yeah, man. Dude, that's sick. Well, Chuck, it's good having you, man. I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you letting me come on here and having a conversation with you, bro. And I'm always willing to come back anytime.
Absolutely, man. I've been life's been a little hectic, but I've been wanting to do another Rest and Beats episode. Have you come on? It's where I do DJ Georgiak, he comes on, he does live mixing, and we do just whoever comes on. AP and what was it? It was AP and I think it was Simple on the last one.
Simple, AP Simple, and Jack Boy.
Jack Boy, yep, that's who it was. Yeah, and then I think Devi was here as well.
Yeah, Devi. I think Devi was here as well. Yeah,
but yeah, just get on, do some freestyle, and hang out. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely, I'm always down to come and do it, bro. So it's like them and my dogs. You know, they understand that sometimes I be busy, sometimes they be busy, but them my brothers, and they know that I'm here for them and anything they need.
Heck yeah,
I'm gonna show up and show out. I do that every trip.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, we'll get you on. I wanna do a lot more of those. It's kind of become my favorite thing with this. It's just super chill. It's just a lot of fun, man. The energy's it's a great time. So we'll get you on for the next one.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely willing to come, man. You just gotta let me know, and I'll be here.
Dope, absolutely, dude. Well, this is another episode of the Open Mic Podcast with me, your host, Tom Hirst, brought to you by Richland Source Newsroom After Hours. My wife is a realtor. Hit her up, Mallory Hirst. You find her on Instagram, HIRSTMALLORY. Facebook. You know, it's help her sell you some houses or buy a house or something like that. You know,
I might be doing that here soon.
Heck yeah, we'll get you a card. But yeah, yo, Mansfield High is the greatest city in the continental U.S. Appreciate you all. If you're listening, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
All right, y'all. Have a good night, man.
Yo, peace.